Delay. Delay is one of the most misunderstood actions in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and that's why it's secretly one of the most powerful tools in your kit, because almost no one uses it right. Delay simply lets you pause your turn and reinsert yourself later. That's it, but the power comes from the fact that initiative is tempo, and delay lets you rewrite the tempo of the entire encounter. The first major strength of delay is breaking bad turn order. Sometimes you roll high initiative, and it's actually not great. Sometimes it's a problem. Maybe your healer goes before the boss attacks. Maybe your rogue goes before anyone can set up a flank. Maybe the monster acts twice before your front line even moves. Delay lets you slide your turn into the exact moment where your actions matter most. This is the cure for a wasted turn. The second strength is stacking actions with allies. If you delay until right after your fighter, you can unload your full turn with their buffs, flanks, intimidates, or debuffs already active. Or delay until right after the cleric and take advantage of fresh status effects. Delay lets two characters basically become a combo that hits back to back. The third strength, the secret sauce, is using delay to avoid negative reactions and punishments. If an enemy has an attack of opportunity or dangerous when you act trigger, you can simply not act yet. Let someone else walk through the danger, draw the reaction, then you slide in safely. Delay is incredible for control characters. You can wait until an enemy reveals their intentions and react immediately afterward. Did they step into the choke point? Move in. Did they break formation? Lock them down. Disarm. Disarm is one of the most underrated control actions in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It looks weak at first glance, but when you understand what you're actually doing to a weapon user, disarm becomes one of the nastiest ways to shut down an enemy's offense without needing crits or damage spikes. The first big reason disarm is so strong is a success is enough. You don't need to knock the weapon out of their hand for a disarm to matter. Even on a normal success, you impose a -2 circumstance penalty to attacks and a -2 to checks that they make to disarm you. That penalty is real, especially when a boss only gets 2 or 3 attacks around. Remember, action economy is important. The second reason disarm matters is that bosses often rely on one weapon. They're built around a claw, a greatsword, a hammer, whatever the stat block focuses on. Taking even a bit of that consistency away changes the entire math of the fight. And if you do crit, the weapon hits the floor. You force them to waste actions. The secret sauce is that disarm is amazing for team setups. If your party has a champion, a monk, or anyone who benefits from enemy misses, that -2 penalty directly increases survivability. And if you're fighting an NPC with a dangerous rune weapon, dropping it can turn a deadly fight into a manageable one. Disarm shines most when you apply it early, force the enemy to burn actions recovering, and let the math do the work. Remember, Pathfinder's a team game. Ready? Ready is one of the strongest tactical actions in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and if you're not using it, you're missing out on one of the cleanest ways to steal tempo in a fight. Ready looks simple on paper. You pick a trigger, you pick an action, you spend 2 actions now to perform that action later. But the real value is that Ready lets you decide when the round actually begins for your character. You're effectively rewriting the initiative order to your advantage. The first big strength of Ready is forcing the enemy to play your game. If you're ready, strike when enemy steps into the square, you're no longer reacting. You're dictating where they can safely move. Melee brutes hate facing a Ready. Casters hate it even more. You can punish anyone who exposes themselves, tries to cast in the open, or attempts to reposition. Ready turns your zone of control into a real threat the GM can't ignore. The second big strength is protecting the party's momentum. Think about situations where the boss has a telegraphed move, a breath weapon, a wind-up, a charge line, a spell cast with a big somatic component. Ready lets you drop a strike, trip, or even demoralize exactly at the worst possible time for the enemy. You're basically interrupting their highlight moment. The third strength, the hidden tech, it's using Ready to sync with the party. Ready to attack right after your rogue gets into the flank. Ready to trip right before your barbarian unloads. Ready to raise a shield right before an enemy runs through your front line. You become a timing machine. Thanks for watching. I got a couple other videos here that you should definitely check out if you like this one. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you later.